Okay, perfect. And who actually enjoys the very process of it? All right. So, in fact, it is common knowledge that there is always something rebellious about the whole process, which makes it really tempting and attractive to do so. But it becomes absolutely different when it comes to breaking your own rules, your inner principles and values. In fact, we don't have to stretch out far to find any examples, because here at Toastmasters, at World Surfers, the majority of people always find themselves in such situations when they have to fight their inner fears, when they are asked to perform out on stage. In fact, examples of such situations are legions, and we could also get something from our professional careers. Let us imagine the following situation. You have been employed by a bank for a couple of years. The position is pretty attractive. You are quite satisfied with the conditions of the job, central location, decent salary, decent benefit package. But you have one long-standing hobby. You're a painter. And you have always dreamed of opening your own painting studio. But in fact, you haven't had enough courage to actually go for it. And once you're approached by your friend, who suggests that you finally give it a try and even offers partial financing for your enterprise. So, how many of you would actually go for that, provided that you have to give up your stable income, the one which actually gives you the opportunity to make a living? Not that many people. And that's quite natural. In fact, what is the reason for people's resistance to changes, for people's unwillingness to absorb something new? The answer is really trivial. In fact, it is the instinct of self-preservation. People are comfortable at the stage where they have reached more or less decent level of living. And that actually prevents them from developing, from going any further. And interestingly enough, each nation even has a special proverb which makes it even a worse idea to try something new. For instance, in Russia we have "От добра добра не ищут." In English they say "let's well enough alone." But I'm here tonight to persuade you, to inspire you that it is worth trying to sometimes break down the walls of your comfort zone. And I'm going to explain to you why. When I come to think about this instinct, I realize that it is just a physical necessity of people, like eating, like having a home, like drinking. And we know that humans have come out so far, so beyond just satisfying their physical necessities, right? We have developed to enjoy the nature, to enjoy the pieces of art. And in my opinion, it just works the same. So you shouldn't be focused on this physical thing, because it actually deprives you of the opportunity to develop further. Hiding behind the walls of your comfort zone, you may just miss out the opportunities which will end up in your higher stage of development or your higher stage of professional career. And here I would like to provide an example of my brother, who actually was one of the inspirational people for me to come out with this speech. He used to be a bank worker. He was employed by a big bank, by the IT department, but he was never quite satisfied with his job. In fact, he was always complaining that all this bureaucracy is not really his cup of tea. He has a hobby, he is a musician, and he always wanted to somehow connect his career to this sphere, but it is common knowledge that this is a rather freelancing sphere, and you don't have that stable income in that. He was always talked out by my parents of such ideas, because they keep reminding him that you are the head of the family, that you are the father of the 2 children, and you have to have a stable life and everything which goes with that. So what did he finally do? Try to guess. He quitted his job, he went out for the special courses connected with the sound in cinema, And now he has his own group of cinema crew. They make movies, they just spend nights recording audio and videos of actors. And I can see that he is happy, he enjoys the whole process. He managed to go out of his comfort zone, and he is satisfied with that. And I think for me it's one of the best examples of how you can actually try, you can go for it, and you will feel happy. And now you may be asking me, alright, this is all sounds very interesting, probably inspiring, but how do we actually go for it? For instance, in our just ordinary situations like Toastmasters, how do we make ourselves actually go out on stage and perform? And I have a solution. I think we should go back to the first part of my speech, which was about breaking rules. In my opinion, you should always try to apply a special attitude to these situations, to treat them as if you are breaking rules actually. So for instance, every time when you come out to the stage, when you are asked to perform, you should imagine that you are in a family reunion and you are asked to recite a poem. In fact, in such reunions, the atmosphere is very friendly, and it resembles actually the atmosphere in our club. And in my opinion, it will make you feel just more relaxed, more comfortable. You'll understand that all the people treat you in a friendly way, and you can feel really comfortable on stage. The same actually could be applied to the professional career. So every time when you are doubting whether you should try something new, you should try to change your job, or maybe start an enterprise, again, you should embrace this attitude that you are a child on the sea, and you are trying to build a sandcastle. Of course, the chances of it staying stable are low, but there is plenty of sand on the beach, and you can every time go back and build another castle. I think that when you add a little bit of that attitude, it gives some portions of entertainment into the whole process, and you feel more relaxed and you are ready to go out for that. So, to tell you the truth, I have come to the following conclusion of my speech, is that in order to be a successful grown-up, sometimes you have to wake up your inner naughty and probably disobedient child. Thank you very much.